Welcome, guys. It's a double header session of the North American Online League reviews. Today we are gonna do 2 hours of reviews, 6 games. So get ready. Let's go. By the way, if you guys do not know about this, North American Online League, a very, very good place to find girlfriends and buddies. Okay, we are right here, and we have 2 hours of reviews coming right up. First game, we have the organizer of the tournament, Milan versus Mr. Schwartz. Let's go take a look. Okay.
Can you start sharing your screen, Michael? I don't think you are.
Yes. Say that again.
I don't see you sharing the screen.
Yes. 1 second. We are gonna share our screen in a moment. Here it is, and here we should see the game coming right up. Good. Very good. I did not know Struggle Bus is Mr. Schwartz, so good. Let's go see. Very normal openings, relatively conservative, just protecting 2 corners to begin the match. Next move, another approach, totally fine. If you guys are not aware, there is the 3-space high, 3-space low, 2-space low, and 2-space high extensions. All these are fine. Okay, let's see what happens. This attachment, usually this one is played when the corner is a large knight's move. In this case, it's a small knight's move. Should be a little bit better for black. Just block. Black didn't block, which is okay too. Block or outside Hane. Because black's connections are a little bit stronger, just blocking seems totally fine. For white, the move is probably to Hane here at 2. Black can just respond by extending, totally okay for black. This should be slightly good for black, although whenever white has made an outside move and then black has been forced to make an inside move, and white has done this twice, it will never be too bad for white. So in this case, in this sense, I do approve of the move Hane on the outside, trying to get a little bit more to respond. Okay, so probably white has to push out. Yes, extending in is not likely going to be profitable, although it is likely going to survive. Strongest move black can play is to extend, but having this Hane by white and this Hane in Sente, white would be able to survive and live here, although it is quite small. Just a normal connect would be more than good enough for black. Okay, so black blocks and look for white to use the 2 cutting points in order to get some kind of a sabaki, some kind of a shape. Okay, let's see how white uses this resource. It definitely is a resource, and if white simply cuts, there is a great risk of some kind of an Atari, and if white just captures, this would be this is a blob shape, and that would not be good for white. So whenever black Ataris, white will have to extend out. Something like this could be something that white is worried about, and of course if you cut on the inside, black may just connect to the outside and just see whatever is inside as dead, and that's not going to be good for white. So from all of those respects, look for white to extend out. One more move. Okay, white did not extend out. White played the cut. Okay. Several ways to respond to this. One way we just showed Atari. Another way is to extend here. This is a common shape, and here, if white, if white is cut up into three groups, clearly white is gonna lose, one or two or three, one or two out of the three groups. So that's okay. Another move is to extend. This is more defensive. Another move is to Atari and then extend. This one, for example, if we extend down or connect, this could be strong as well. Let's see what black chose. Extend down. Okay. This should be absolutely fine. Although the important move for white now is to extend out to here. If we saw this ahead of time, maybe black would prefer to block on the inside, and when white pushes, probably Hane like this. If white connects, we can always play something even more efficient. It does feel like if black extends, that white got away with something unreasonable, and it's like white got away with something unpunished. It does feel that way. So something like an extend is probably a good idea. Also, white is probably still gonna Atari and extend out. Feels not easy for black to avoid some kind of a good shape for white. Another thing to consider is to Atari on the outside first and then block on the inside. This is the strongest that black can play, and then connect. The next move is to Hane here on the right hand side, or to play this Atari and capture the two stones. This is very strong, and it is likely going to work. And so probably white has to extend now and then play this kind of an extension. This is probably good for black. Notably, 2 and 4 are dead stones on the inside of the shape, and then 5 and 7 are capturing those two stones from the outside. And that could be a way to get white to commit to the outside. And so if white just extends, white will be able to get this turn in Sente, but black is able to capture the two stones clean off of the board, and this much thickness is probably good for black too. Okay, so with this, very, very important to extend out. And if black keeps crawling, we can keep extending, or we can Atari and capture one stone. Once white captures one stone, remember black started out with two cornerstones to begin the game. This will not be too bad for white. So another thing is black would play something else, and then white would make this turn. This would be much better than the previous diagram. This is black capturing one stone in a Panuki +1 shape instead of two stones. Okay, so white extends. This does give black the chance to play at the vital point, the Hane at 016. In this case, it's an Atari. If black chooses just to keep pressing, this is okay. This is likely acceptable for black. Another move is to extend out. This actually is what black chooses to do in the game. It's very important to play that Atari now. Okay. This squeeze is also a good move. Yeah, it'll be okay too. Probably white will have to connect, and then black will capture the two stones. In fact, black may choose something a little bit like this, like devilishly enticing, huh? Like this capture. Tell me you guys do not like this capture. Okay. Okay, so jump, white, extends. Okay, this Okay. Extend is fine, except that when black captures, white needs to take the thickness into consideration. Black is totally strong in the corner now, and so therefore the two stones for white is not that important. So white needs to tanuki now. If white extends up, white needs to make sure to tanuki right now, and he does. Okay, good job. Good job. Both sides have played at a very high level in the beginning of the game up to here. So, good job by white. Good job by black. Good. When white attaches, the normal move is to honey from the top and then connect, or to just extend up. This move, if white wants a side, then this honey is very strong because generally speaking, black cannot allow white to capture a stone in a panuki shape like this in Sente. There's also a Ko-Aji that's coming up later. And if black extends, this is gonna be very bad for black. Corner is definitely not alive. There may be a little ko. So when white harness, black is gonna find himself having to connect, and so this would be again two stones on the outside, and the black stones are on the on the bottom and inside into the corner. Okay, so white extends. This gives black another chance to some eye or some touch to the outside, which black should be very happy about. Extend, turn, and then play somewhere else is very strong. This pays attention to the middle. In the game, black cross here. Right now, it's very important for white to play the hane on the top. White isn't afraid of anything of black counterattacking because something like this is going to be very good for white, probably. This is Sente capture in the corner. Black is relatively redundant on the outside. And we can see this is a lot of white territory on the outside. Okay, so this hane is very good. If black counterattacks by playing this move, white Ataris and hanes in Sente, and white is able to get that second line hane in Sente. If black just connects, then this way white seals in the black group. White connects to the Q5, Q6 corner stones, and there's white cannot be unhappy with this local result. So it's very important to hane there. So when white extends, so if black tanukis, this hane can still be played later, but if black extends, then white doesn't gain much over here. In fact, black is now stronger, and invading on the right and then invading on the bottom are both stronger because of it. Okay, so black tanukis plays the big 3-3 move. This is very big. This is very good idea. After this, probably when white plays the hane now, black would want to fight back in this manner because the bottom side is no longer that big. Okay, the AI tells us what to do here, Atari and then extend. This way, black is able to basically fix all the corner issues in Sente. Now that white has surrounded the left-hand side, this extend at B3 becomes much more Sente. If white plays something else, there is no more territory on the left. So this is very good, a very good thing to do. Just make sure you don't invade right away. Instead, play these moves and then invade if you want by fixing your corner first. Okay. So in the game, black plays here. Because of how strong the black corner is, we would definitely like something to do with invading here. Something having to do with this shape is much more preferred than black making some extra additional territory here. Imagine if white plays something like this, and headbutt, and then connects. Now the extra amount of territory black is surrounding is relatively pitiful compared to white. And now, if black plays the stronger moves, having strengthened the top side for white, invading on the left-hand side is now very, very strong. It's a very strong play by white. So this move is a little bit small, even though it may not look like it. A crawling move like this is bigger than this move due to the relative thickness of the positions. Black really wants white to play around the top right corner. Anything white does there is not going to do any damage to black. So this crawling move, of course, invade. That crawling move is a good one to pick up, and then peep, and then start a fight over here. More preferred than the game move, making a little bit of additional territory near the black thickness. So because of all the same reasons, I would prefer to see white play this 3-3 first, threatening to Hane at b16, and then black here. If this is secured, then black here. If this isn't secured enough, then play something that's even less, even more like self-contained, so that this top is very strong for white. Afterwards, white can look to invade on the left and further strengthen the white positions while white attacks. So jump is it's a totally reasonable move, but in this particular case, I would like to see something a little bit more concrete out of white. Another possible thing is to try to get Sente somehow on the top and play the very, very big move on the bottom. For example, play that Hane, make that turn. Now we can decide to play something stronger here. If black just connects, then extend, connect your two moyos, you become, you now have a hyper big moyo. And when black invades, just try to treat that lightly, and then, play all these Sente moves, play this one as a Sente, and then continuing to surround your moyo like this. This is also helping with the group, right? Connecting your two big moyos, and then this is visually, this is very pleasing to the eyes. Okay, so white just jumps. This gives black a chance to do something about white's heavy influence on the outside. Black invades here, that's okay. Great, I'm very happy that black has chosen this route, and that's totally fine. After white gets a group here, it's much easier to start attacking this group and then head into the center as a result. Here, I recommend white to first play that Hane and then maybe just connect the moyos, and then it'll be a case where white wants to, squeeze any moves out, as many moves out as possible to make the moyo, while keeping the white group, barely alive enough. So, for example, now white probably needs to try to make this alive, and probably, if white is able to succeed, white has a very, very good position overall still. Maybe also maybe play a little more conservatively so that white has an easier time of living on the top. All good. So in the game, white Atari is here. This is still totally fine. This Atari leaves a lot of ko aji here, and even when black captures the ko, wins the ko, white can just connect. This is basically still connecting all of the white, both of the white moyos, and that's totally fine. There's more ko aji later with Hane, and then cut. Well, you don't have to cut, you can just capture. When black protects the cut, you can cut here and capture more stones. So black has some problems here. Of course, if black just connects, then you get Sente, gets a valuable attachments, peeps, this kind of thing. Make sure you play this, this, and then a Hane, and then something like this. This would be like White's ideal scenario. White is alive, black is not alive, and then in the ensuing fight, probably both sides would live, and then this would be a very happy result for White. If White is a little worried about the safety of the group, totally fine, just jump. We can allow black to destroy some of this moyo, even if it looks like, even if it looks very, very nice for black, it's still gonna be, we can always surround the other half. And this is still, this is another very, very creative solution for White. Here, as black playing a counter moyo style, the last thing black wants when you're trying to destroy a moyo is to have some kind of a group that you have to continue to take care of. Just a slow attack is totally fine by White. Once we have this kind of a position, it's very difficult for black to make sure that black is safe and also to destroy the moyo. And in this case, White doesn't have to surround all of the moyo. White only needs to surround some of the moyo, and that's the scariest part about this kind of moyo play. For example, like this, even if black destroys all this moyo, White still surrounds a lot of territory. Okay, so you guys know how to surround moyos now. Okay, so in the game, White Hane's the move now is to just capture. Right now, black is very afraid of the potential territory in the middle of the board, so allowing black to have a move like this knight's move is very, very valuable. If black played here, the next move is to Atari, and now White is again able to do the connecting of the two moyos strategy. And this game is now likely. I can see how White is going to win the game now. Again, remember the same idea. You can headbutt and cut, you can hane and cut, you can peep and then hane. All these are great, great ideas. This move, this is a little bit defensive, but this is still, it's in the right direction, so it's not likely going to be bad. So in the game, the following moves happened. The moyo is much smaller now, which is a good news for black, but this left-hand side moyo is almost impossible to invade, which is a bad news for black. Something like this is very strong for white. A peep we can just connect, a peep we can just connect. This is going to make a lot of territory. I think it's better to save the weaknesses here for white and not strengthen the weaknesses here. At the very worst, we can always just sacrifice one stone and continue to surround the territory, or we can of course also choose something like this where we give up stones to surround the middle. Black plays some kind of an extend. White can always peep, and this is very annoying. So white here definitely this move 2-2-2 defensive. This allows black to move into the middle and really reduce a lot of the white territory, potential territory. So now the game will transition into a end game based game. Okay. And white does go for the attach. So I'm very happy to see that the players, even though they didn't play the moves in the same order that we recommended, they still got to almost all of these moves. The attach was very good, and we can see how the black stone is now cut off, and it's very big. And black's territory is smaller, and everything. So a very, very high level game on both sides. Okay, so the big question is, does white make enough territory? Here, it's very important to play this move, and the Atari, this reduces black's territory, makes the white territory. And so just eyeballing this, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 70 points for black, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55 for white, and seems pretty good for white at the moment here. White decides to surround the right, that's totally okay too. The only thing is I would recommend white go towards the bottom a little bit. This is more connected to the bottom. This is more connected, and if you do, also try to play in a knight's move configuration, but right now definitely I would definitely give up the right hand side for a little bit additional territory on the left hand side. Okay, after all, this is a very common pattern in Go. One big territory is usually much better than two medium amounts of territory. So okay, yeah. So white also got to these moves, which we did talk about before. This is a very, very high quality game from both sides. This Atari now, or this Atari now is a must play move. And again, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, maybe 80 points for black. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 points up to here. White has an advantage. So don't surround the territories at where you already have some very strong moves. White played S6. It's very important for white to use the resources here as thickness. Something like 5 is very strong. Let black, once you surround something and you make the territory relatively secure, it's time to go for your weaker areas and surround there. Notably, this Atari ladders this one stone, and that's a very, very good capture. This additional territory doesn't matter that much. Okay, white does succeed in capturing this one stone. Okay, direction-wise, I would have expected black to play something like this one, and if white surrounds the territory, now black has a very good chance to maybe capture this one stone, connect. Maybe black has a much better chance now. So in the game, when black connects here, white basically has no choice but to continue to surround the top, and the game will end with very small end games very, very soon. Okay, let's see if my judgment is correct on the on white having enough to win. I'm not entirely sure about that. Here, the move is to play the T5 first, and then Atari. You are not afraid of white taking away an extra 2 points from black, or 1 point from black, because this is white Gote here. If you are worried about the 1 point, play this move and then just Hane. When white Ataris, just cut white off from the back. This way, white will have 1 point at T6. In the game, when we Ataried here, white now gets 2 more points with the T5 captured stone. Later on this Atari, that's 3 extra points. So even here, it's better to Atari here. If white extends, white loses the Sente, which is much bigger usually than 1 or 2 points. So still okay to Atari at S4. In the game, it feels like white got more of the end games than black did, and I definitely expect white to be victorious in the game. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Black has 90 now. Still, let's see who got this one at the end. White by 21 points. Yes, as expected.
Yeah, the left side was too big. One question though,
Yeah.
does it make sense instead of J4, J5 to just jump in the middle and try to reduce?
Yeah, yeah. Good question. Here, this is why we recommended the capture at G1. This way, when white plays here or this G4 move, it would be gote for white for sure. And then we'll do something about the middle. We'll play 5. We might attack the top white, and then suppose we get white to protect that, and then for black to turn, this would be a much easier game for black. So when we connected this Atari, we have to respond to. This one we do have to respond to. And so now we turned. Yeah, yeah. This is about as good as we can do. I expect us. I expect black to already have a tough game at this point. Only a few points. Yes, another thing is here in the game, black chose to do something that's absolutely safe as a way of trying to counter white's moyo. Black played in an absolutely safe way because all of the incursions into white was connected to the outside. So this is still totally safe by black. By being totally safe, black didn't go deep enough, probably. Um, Here, this is a good idea by black. Look at this attach, and then 3 4 5. This was an idea I was gonna share too. One idea is to see the bottom black group because it already lived as very thick, and so we want white to do something like this. We want white to capture that one stone at J5. This will give us time to, make a group in the middle and then destroy all of the white moyo. Remember, because the bottom black is alive, you can use it as thickness, get white to play attacking moves towards the bottom. Like 6 capturing one stone is a good example. Because you're already alive, you can let white play as much as he wants here, and then we take the moment to try to survive in the middle. That's a very good idea. This 1 2 3 is a very good idea. This is according on the right side of the thickness principle. Remember, the bottom black is thick, the left hand side white is also thick. But when you play this way, definitely make sure you don't extend out this one stone, right? That would forego all the good that we have been doing. Make sure you Atari here, give up an extra stone. Make sure you maybe play one more Atari, and then make this Atari, and then try to establish something in the middle. This is very risky. It's not guaranteed to live for black, but we can see here it has a pretty high chance of probably I wouldn't be comfortable trying to kill this black group, and by being a little bit more aggressive here, black could have a chance to do this. Again, same thing here when black pressed. Note what the AI wants. AI wants you to fix the left and then jump into the middle. So the key here was a little bit too safe. And yes, definitely go into the middle, take the risk, and take the gamble, because just playing the normal move is a little bit too much territory for white.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
realize how big the left side's gonna get after F12, right? F12 was the key move there.
yeah. F12 was a yeah. It surrounded a lot. However, if we got something like this, and say we played here, and say later we survived in the middle, for example, getting white to play here, that would be a good way to make the F12 stone, not surround any more territory as a result too. And that could be something like this could be a good way to go. Mm. Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
Michael. That
Good, good,
definitely
good.
answers my questions.
Yes, yes. And okay, so we are on to game two. Remember, we are here for 2 hours. Other emails are here. The regular email is right here. Here we have Mr. Lalande and A. Zhou. There is another Zhou. I think this is Andy Zhou, who is a AGA 2 dan. So this league, this section of the NAOL is quite strong. Oh, it's Angel Zhou, not Andy Zhou. Angel is the sister, Andy is the brother. Okay, let's see how this game is played. And I think the two of them are rare. It's a rare case where the brother and sister rivalry resulted in two players of almost equal levels, and they're both AGA 2 dan to 3 dan. Congratulations, and congratulations for getting to the level, and I hope to see them do well in future tournaments, needless to say. Okay, so white is Angel. Mr. Along with a very nice cartoon profile picture, very, very charismatic there. Is playing black, and here both sides played relatively conservatively to begin. The upper right we have a perfect divvy up of the corner, half and half, and here's a high approach, another high start point. The next move clearly is going to be the lower left corner surrounding the corner. Very reasonable, very, very okay. And let's see how. So here, white has established 3 corner positions, all very, very solid. Black has a very quickly developing left-hand side. Let's see how black decides to develop. This is a move to play against white's right-hand side. So very good job by black here. I'm not too sure of the Josekis. I do know Hane and Connect, and then black playing this turn is a Joseki move. White is still relatively safe. This is how black is trying to, take advantage of this slightly small extension by white, because white played a one space extension. Black wants to make white a little bit over concentrated. The next move would be to press here, and here we can see 1-3-5, the extension move, and then 2-4 is white, facing the upper side. The upper side has a black group that is almost totally safe. So the black group on the top is going to do a great job limiting the white's effectiveness of the 2-4 of the last 3 moves. So the next move, this press up, is very, very good. And here we can see the black making the right-hand side territory is very, very practical. It is very, very concrete. It is taking a lot of big values that we can see, we can feel. We can directly see with our eyeballs how much territory black is making, like this. Okay, so black plays a shoulder hit. This is a normal move. This move is a common response to the shoulder hit. I've seen this more when the lower left is a star point and a knight's move. In this case, it's not much different, so it's okay. But right now, because the 03 stone it already exists, I don't like this as much as something like a pressing up move or a total tenuki. With a total tenuki, we can think of playing something like this. If we're afraid of some complicated variations, maybe play some moves like this. And this is making the right hand side exchange into a bad exchange. R11, Q12 would be white playing on the outside, if we think of the Q8 stone as an extension, and then black comes into the like as an invasion. Um, uh, so, 3 would be a normal extension move, and then in this case, it's like an extra good extension move. So, this is begging to be played. So, I would like to see that kind of a move instead of invading the bottom, but bottom is still a totally valid way of playing. I would like to see this next move being a tenuki or another press at e5 and then tenuki. Okay, a tenuki is fine. Here it's important to remember the turn is very annoying. The move is to is not here. The move is to jump, and this move is very annoying. And the response is here. Yes, the response is here. Right. Okay. Okay. Just remember this. Okay. If you just play this move, the Hane connect is likely to be Sente, and that also means that this double Hane is very, very strong. If white is not able to capture these stones, there's major problems in the corner. For example, when black plays the 3-3, and then if you just Hane, which is what most reasonable Go players will think of, then black Hanes and you can't capture the 3-3 stone, and you're very, very close to to real danger here. For example, this is white totally dying on the inside. So the 3-3 is very, very annoying as a move. And this is why I point out the moves to you. Another move is to connect. But if you play something like this one, you're going to get, this is going to be some trouble. Like we have to connect now, and then push, and then for one thing, black can Hane. You connect, he can jump and save the stones. Another thing, black can play this move. Another thing, black can cut, extend, make a big-headed ghost shape, and then Atari, and then play the tiger mouse. White doesn't have two eyes yet. Very, very annoying positions here. So white needs to be very, very careful here. Okay. Okay, so this is why I wouldn't be against white playing one more move that makes the 3-3 no longer that threatening. We can always play something like this, and there's no cut, for example. See how the press stone at 1 is preventing black from pushing out. So, okay, okay. I hope that white knows how to deal with this and how to deal with the e5 because it's probably coming very, very soon. This move is designed to protect against this attach, and then sometimes when the attach happens, black to keep the corner plays here, and then white turns and then turns. This reduces the corner in Sente. And if black plays something stronger, white Hanes in Sente, and then either just cuts or if white just survives into the corner, it will be the corner gone. So this move is a very defensive move. And let's see what white does next. This move, okay, it's very likely to be Sente, so that's okay. However, right now, exchanging this with black here, either this move or this crawling move, doesn't feel very good for white because white has extended at Q12. Imagine so this some move like another extension is extremely big and it's begging to be played for all the reasons we talked about. So for all this reason, white now has a lot more thickness here than before with that attachment. So it makes it more makes white want to attack black more and try to get black to run into the center. Because white has thickness to the right, black is not going to be, making anything valuable by going into the center. And likewise, for white to get to the center, white is not likely to make anything valuable, again because of that thickness that we talked about, the white thickness on the right hand side. So for all these reasons, this turn by black, while it's a perfectly reasonable move, is not recommended at this point, because that block at n17 means that black now has to go try to find something against white's very, very strong area, and you're not likely to find any major gains where white is very, very strong. So definitely look for white to block at n17. I know this is some Joseki moves, and I remember we talked about one Joseki going like this, white connect and then turn, and then there's a lot of aji here, but and these two players clearly have seen similar Josekis, but now is the time to really become more creative than the Josekis themselves. For example, here Atari, this might be Sente, but here we can see, because white already played two like super efficient moves here, blocking at n17, even though white is not totally alive here, black is in more danger than white is, and so here white can be satisfied. We can easily imagine something like a very inefficient living move by black, and then white is now already taken care of, and white can now invade and further and continue to attack the three stones, whether it's 6 as a connect or as a tiger mouse. It's a great time to let the Joseki go at this moment and then play the big move on the top. Okay, so a big opportunity. It feels to me like white missed an opportunity to play something very, very big. So just imagine if you can get an exchange like this, then white should be very, very happy, because normally the exchange looks like this, or maybe like this, and black has much more territory, white has less, and everything. Okay, so in the game, white hane is on the right, black plays these moves, probably play another hane, and now that black, despite white responding to the right hand side, black still made a fairly strong position here. So look for black to either invade directly as a pincering attack, or to crawl one more time and then to invade. All of these are fine. Attacking the bottom, totally fine too. And here is where white now blocks. Now just imagine white having blocked without the S11 stone, right? Something like this could easily happen. Black would Atari, white connect, play this, and then hane, probably push one more time, and then white probably can save this S11 stone. This is what we talk about a lot when we say you have to attack or counterattack before you're totally strong, and play this block now, because after white makes herself super strong now, the attack loses a lot of the teeth, because black now no longer has to do no longer has to achieve something significant. All black has to do is make this alive, or tenuki, and not die. Okay, so in the game black does tenuki. I do feel like in this exchange, S11 is now in a very slow position, and now white has a tough time living on the bottom. Okay. So the next move here at A4 is very strong. When you guys run into something like this, just make sure you're strong enough, and then you can decide to go for something like 5 and then go for the capture. Of course, probably you don't want to do it until you're reasonably sure, which is all fine, par for the course. So in the game, black plays this move. We did talk about the turn being a very strong move. This move, a similar idea, although it may not put as much pressure on the white corner as the previous move. Here, I would be very scared as white, so this honey connect is something I would do. This move fixes all of the white problems with the life and death because well, black has to play this because white now has a Sente move to extend, and here Hane and Atari. So white now gives white a backdoor. This also fixes the corner. I would be very scared as white here because of all the following the previous reasoning. So it was a surprise for me to see white invading now. This is very aggressive. This is very aggressive. Okay, black just responds, and okay. I'm afraid of a lot of things for white. For example, here, something like this. This is very likely to be Sente, something inside the corner. This kind of an attachment. I'm very, and it would be if black can extend here and get a Sente, this would be a lot of damage to the corner, and something like this. All these Sentes are very, very dangerous. So we could imagine white having to play like one space back just to not give black all these Sentes. Maybe white has to live like this, and this is all, this is all Sente, and every black move is gaining territory against white. So, okay. Anyways, so we now fight on the left-hand side. Here is a regular normal continuation. This way white gets a lot of territory, black gets a lot of thickness. Later we can see how this kind of thing is very big. If white just plays this move, this is just locally good for black, having this shape. This is very good for black. The earlier on that this is played, the better it is for black because the more thickness matters in the game. This is like white just playing the Hane and then connect, and then later played the territory squeeze, and this is locally good for black. Just compare it to this diagram, and we'll see white makes 5 less points, and black makes like a couple of more points. Okay, so now black goes to the corner. Let's see if black plays that descend move that we talked about. Yes. Now, one thing to note. Here, for sure, black wants to do this. If this happens, black on the outside is Sente. Something black is not afraid of white playing something like this because Atari on the inside is this is bad for white. So white has to go back, and this would be black getting Sente. Black is not afraid of this, therefore something like this has to be played. This is a similar situation as the top right. For example, this turn is a good move, but this jump is not. This jump may take away more territory against white, but it makes no eye space for black. And the two cutting points make black eventually fills them. So don't jump. Make sure just take a little bit less, and then turn. You get Sente, you get thickness, you get more eye space. So here it's the same thing for black here. So this is a big miss by black, especially because black also lost Sente here. Before, remember, black had Sente, similar position. Black had Sente. Now it's a similar position. White has Sente. So this is like a 12-point loss by Black here. Very, very big loss. Okay. However, right now for White, Black, okay, good. Noticeably, this is not dealing with Black's big moyo in the middle of the board. So I'd be very scared of the middle. I would recommend something like this. Maybe play something like this. Maybe peep if you really feel like it. For White to make a territory on the top is that while it is territory, it may also become a curse because if you make your territory on the top, you make yourself very heavy on the top. Say Black plays something like this, plays this peep, plays this move, and then plays here. You sort of give Black a lot of centes so that Black will be able to surround a big center as a result. So in this case, making territory on the top may not actually be valuable. So definitely go into the middle. And for Black, try to surround the middle would be better. Again, this move, because White is strong on the right, Black is strong in the corner, the value of this move is not that big. And for the same ideas we talked about, if you make territory on the right hand side and you allow Black to get some centes like this will all help Black surround territory in the middle. And that's not something you want to let Black have. So in the game, Black just pressed. Okay, and this. Okay. I'd just make a slight modification and play here. And then extend is also Sente. It's also Sente even if White plays this move, push and Atari. Maybe White can play here, but this would be a great way to sort of solidify us in Sente, our moyo in Sente. Here, it's not as solidified, so So now the question is, does Black make enough in the center? And here, as this is the downside to the Atari before, remember how we did it with one space off? That was quite nice, right? This one, okay, so this allowed White to go, encroach into the middle somewhat, and the question is going to be, does Black have enough? Does Black make enough? And it's very, very questionable here. Same thing. Try to play some kind of threat against White on the way to making your territories. Also note how White, how right now we're debating, in and out whether the 11, the eighth or the ninth line is territory. Before, Black was surrounding all the way up to the fifth line. This is where the centes really was important here. So after some moves in the middle, Black's area in the middle is greatly reduced. I am not sure who has the advantage now. Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 points for White, 10, 20, 30, 40. Less than 40 points for Black, it's not going to cut it. So, definitely this is not going to go in Black's favor. So White is going to win this game at the end. We can really see how not that big Black's middle was in the end. It's probably about the same size as White's territory, and that's where okay. Oh, look at this. The AI always found something nice inside the White territory. Interesting. So let's see some of the spots we pointed out. Yes, this Hane was very bad. Not by 12 points, but not by 12 points, by like 5 or 6 points, but still, it's very, very important. Um, yeah, remember how we wanted to surround the middle. Also, remember how we wanted to try to get Sente near the top. And it's very, very important to try to get the top in Sente. So very tight game. Black played a very good opening. And okay. Yeah, so after white got the Hane at f2, remember we pointed that out very, very early on. White has like about a 10-point lead. Okay, interesting, very interesting game. Just when you're surrounding Moyos, the Sente versus Gote exchanges matter a huge amount, and always try to do your stuff in Sente. And as white as and remember, this kind of a jump shape is not that good because of the lack of eye space. And so, in fact, here, white now has some weakness inside white's territory. Yeah. Okay. Good, good, good. Let's go on to the next game. Very, very good game. Well played game. Next game, we have two 4Qs, and let's see here. Avic Dragon 55 and Turtle Jump. I do remember this nickname somewhere, so let's continue. Here, black plays a move Jump. Jump is not often cited as one of the good moves in the early game. Usually we like to go for the sides and the corners. However, in this case, it's not too bad. It is surrounding territory with a group, with a weak, not strong group. So that's okay. Here, the Joseki here goes with white playing the Tiger Mouse move, and then either extending out, knights move out, knights move forward, or capturing the corner. So white is totally safe this way. In the game, white Atari first and then played the Hane. This allows black to cut here. This is the strong move. This, can't cut on the other side. We lose the 3 stones and the cornerstone. So we have to connect, and it's this connect that makes this position good for black. Black ladders this 1 stone, and then the next move, black is going to connect in Sente. So now white basically has to capture this, and this would be one move. The Joseki is white capturing here, and then something like this. And this would be Joseki. This is in the game white connects an extra move. Okay, so in the game white connects. This is very bad. We have to capture the 1 stone here, and this is still relatively even. I can't. What? White extends. Okay, it's a very rare case where the extend is recommended. That's okay. It wants white. Yes, okay. This is normal. Atari. Okay. Yes, this gives black a free stone here. R7 is totally trashed, so this is very good for black here. Okay. Okay, it continues, and then something like this happens. Remember here, because there's a Sente for black here, there is a lot of thickness for black here. With thickness, you always want to be attacking with it. So something like this should be played, and then just keep invading white's areas. With thickness, you can always attack whatever you invade, and that's always going to be nice. So in the game, when black defends this territory, it's losing a opportunity. This move is totally unnecessary. Black has forgotten that he has this second line stone captured, and therefore black has super strong thickness here. By playing here, this is right on top of our thickness, and that's not going to be that valuable. Okay. Yeah, this one white cuts. Don't make the cut. Just make the extend. You're gonna get a sente. It's gonna be fine. Black is gonna connect at the end. When we play the cut, it's like we could have played this Atari and black connected at K2. Now we don't have this. Um, Now we don't have this. Black is totally alive on the bottom, and so on. I think the move now for black is to play this move in Sente, play and then start attacking white from the outside. This is very, very strong. This is using the fact that black captured a stone at L2 and got a totally alive shape. This is very, very strong. And if white goes into any danger, all the surrounding territories is going to be really black, the whole right hand side, and then black can also invade the top and so on. So I think the move here is to do that. When black captured this, it gave white a chance to go back to the important areas on the left. This is a good move. This is protecting this cutting point, and a move like this can be answered by counter-attacking against black. If you're worried about this, then play here. That's okay too. In any case, white now by sacrifices has now reached a okay position. This Atari sort of pushed black into white's weaknesses, and that's not good. That allows black to have a very strong attack again, and so that situation we talked about is coming to fruition. Right here, yeah, black is so thick on the left hand side. It's very, very important to make sure to play, efficiently here and welcome an invasion by white. Just something like this. Once you're very thick, you're not afraid of white doing this. So here, this is a case where black just memorized the Joseki shape and played here. This is very, very redundant next to the thickness. It's a -6 point move. I'm sure a corner move would be totally, totally fine. Okay, and then white invades. Okay. This is too much. This is a Joseki shape, but in this case, when black just defends a corner, white has nowhere to go but the right hand side, and the right hand side is a super strong position by black. Just imagine if black doesn't play the conventional moves, just extends on the bottom at 5, and then he plays 7, and then you try to break out. He never blocks you. He plays something like this. Sooner or later, you run into black's thickness. And what are you gonna do when you run into black's thickness? You have nothing else to do but, there's no damage you can do against thickness. So yeah, this is a little bit too much. Okay. And likewise, protecting the territory on the right hand side is not advised. Okay. So this Joseki, this is likely a Joseki that either one or both of these players knew, but in this case, with all these black stones on the bottom here, this is extremely good for white. This is very, very redundant for black, right? This is 2-2-2 redundant. H11, R11, this H move, totally unnecessary. So white turns it around. Good job, white, and recovers. Okay, so here in this game, we see black capturing white stones, but the game has been fought back to a standstill, to an even position, because white has played a very good, the very good value game. So here, black is very strong here. I don't think Atari before black plays a Hane. This is double Sente. Protect your middle. This is a normal course of play in the game. White cuts here and it gets immediately surrounded. This is very good for black, no doubt. But good thing for white. White recovers and continues to play the value game, which is fine. Which is fine. Yeah. I think we can see in this game very clearly that black has much stronger fighting, and like all the fighting was black capturing white stones. White has a pretty good idea of what's big and what's not big, but when it came to committing to any kind of fighting, white was unable to gain anything from fighting, and so at the end of here, it would be white just losing more and more stones, and the game ends after white loses too many stones. Okay, a very reasonable game. Good job, white, for hanging in there. But because black had thickness and too much thickness, it was very important for white to continue and play in a way, like for example, like this. Um, yeah, this would be bad for black. Something like this is likely to happen. Um, it was important for white to take the territory and try to win the game that way. And so black played extra thick, extra safe, and that allowed white to catch up. But white played a little too aggressive late in the middle game. It's sort of like black built a very redundant fortress, and the slowness of building the fortresses made the position relatively close. For example, this move could have been a jump, totally fine. However, because white decided to attack the super strong fortress, that allowed black to sort of use the fortress well enough, and white ended up losing all the attacking pieces. Okay, so very good and instructive game here. Now we come to the second half of our commentary. We have here Jay Green versus Jay Lee. This is a forced game. Oh, we have an interesting one here. Okay, black plays here, here, here. Okay. Normal opening, very reasonable here. The key move is this move. The next move, it is threatening to cut like this and capture two stones in the corner. So this is a Sente move. White is going to have to protect this. This is a Sente self-developing move for black, so it's very, very nice. Black doesn't play it, so it's white's turn to play this one. This is a lot of thickness. This is a lot of thickness. And yeah, it's also Sente. It's against black. Okay, white harness. This will not be Sente. Black will block. White connects. Okay, this is fine, but this Q15 doesn't exist anymore, so this is still a relatively even shape. Plus, black always has a chance to Tanuki. Okay, and black does Tanuki. This is nice. Okay, white plays here. The next move is to play E5. This is also okay. But definitely right here, it's important for black to, make the corner totally strong. We've already captured a white stone here. When black played this move, this allows white to get a counterattack going. Remember that extend shape. When black connects here, white can now connect the two white stones, and this is how white can also take care of the white shape. In the game, white plays this block. Okay, for sure the extend is coming next, and this one will depend on the moves after this. does black find some very good cutting points against white? I think black will, so this is going to favor black. So definitely I will recommend blocking here because it's so much easier to take care of the white problems this way. When white plays here, it's like it made black build a very strong, thick, connected shape, and that shape is also threatening to cut white. That's white's problem here. So black pushes and cuts. This is, believe it or not, this is a conservative attack. This captures 3 stones. A less conservative attack is to play the attachment and then cut like this. This would capture 4 stones, and that makes white a little bit heavier. And then, for example, black can first capture the 2 stones on the right and then deal with whatever is on the left. Okay, so in the game, the following happens, and here black needs to play this Hane to capture Incente. After this, we'll play another crawling move. This is totally captured, no problems whatsoever. And this is much bigger than the game capture. This is also much more sente than the game capture. So when black captured this, it's again a little bit too conservative. And this gives white a very, very valuable moves to fix the outside shape. Or to Tanuki, totally fine too. And this game is beginning to look a little bit like the previous game, where by being a little too slow, black is letting white catch up and take care of left and right. Okay, so in the game here, black plays this attack, this move, and then cuts the white stones to start a fight. This is fine, but I would prefer to see black just connecting the 1 stone. When we push here, the danger is black is super strong in the corner, so the value of adding a stone here is absolutely no points. We're afraid of something like this for white. If you keep cutting white, like this, white is capturing 1 stone. Yes, you can destroy white's shape here. What if white doesn't answer you? You can play 1 more move, but what if white doesn't answer you? And quickly we'll see here that because black was super strong to begin with, whatever black is going to capture here, it's not going to amount to more than 10 points. So that's the danger here. Another danger, of course, is white blocks. Probably will happen in the game. And when you cut, white plays the attachment. When you extend, white strengthens this. When you play this cut, which seems very, very strong, and it is very, very strong, what if white gives up these 2 stones? And all of a sudden, white has taken care of all the positions on the outside. It's like white gave up a layer of skin for black. Okay, this is exactly what happened at white Tanukis again. Okay, I like the way white plays, but right now having a move over here is very, very valuable. One sexy thing you can try is, remember we gave up 1 layer of skin. Offer to give up another layer of skin like this, and you would still be relatively okay. And if black plays here, just surround on the outside and go for the big stuff. Okay, so when black cuts, white captures the 1 stone. This is very, very well done by white. So we can see here that black is captured 3 or 4 stones, white captured 2 stones. White has made some weak groups very, very strong, and black has made some strong group strong as well, but that's not that important. Okay, so here this move is threatening to take out this 1 stone, but this is a little bit too much. When black plays here, he fixes in Sente. Black also doesn't have to necessarily fix this. A better move would be to play 1 space off. This also threatens that extend out. And also, if black plays here, we can Atari, and now we can still connect. And this is again offering to give up another layer of skin to black. Here in the game, when white extends this one stone, it's making that very, very light, totally useless stone for white. It's making it into two stones, and all of a sudden, this makes it much, much heavier. This move is not recommended versus this move. This move will, there's not going to be any problems here. This is going to be okay. But more, if we are okay doing some reading, we would be better off playing this move. If you're afraid of this, play here. And then this move, white is going to be ahead by 1 liberty. I know, it's not that clear, so okay. In that case, just capture this, and then and then you offer to say, okay, you may be able to capture this, but I have a lot of outside value. That could also work. Pushing may be okay too. We'll see. The worry is when black Ataris and then plays here. Usually white would play something in response. And then black has an awful lot of liberties like this. This is the problem. So black may have some more syntax on the outside, which is annoying. So for all this reason, it's very tempting for white to make the Atari and Atari here. This would fix all the problems on the inside. In the game, white plays here. Very, very reasonable as well. Yeah, here is the problems we talked about. So if we do this, maybe white would prefer to hane and then make the Atari first. It's very likely that black is going to capture the inside. Because black has stones in the center of the board, the center of the board is very small in terms of potential territory. So here is where the N2, M2 is extremely big because it's side territory. Exactly for the same reasons, the hane here is very big, but the middle move here is not very big. Exactly for the same reason here, this middle is not very big, the side is very, very big. So white has done a very, very good job overall of sacrifices, but when the game started getting, when the game was on the line, white played several moves in the middle of the board, which we can see A, B, and C. They're not likely going to surround much territory as a result, and this is probably going to be white's undoing. Here, white has an opportunity to play the Atari, connect, pressure the top, and pressuring the top is how white is going to, for example, if we get black to answer one, then it would be easy for white to play this and capture the middle. Also, if you're just wanting to capture the middle, play the Atari and then play this, and we have captured the 4 stones. This is quite a nice capture, in fact. Okay, so this is an opportunity, but okay, and then the black just makes the Ataris and white captures black. Okay. Success for white locally. This Atari is a very, very nice move. This is taking territory and making the black move wasted in the middle of the white territory. Here the move is here. There is no problems here. Atari we can connect. So a bit of a mess up here. No big deals. White recovers and comes back over here. This was all done quite well by white, and so after a few less than useful moves in the middle, white has played the next part of the fighting very, very well. So compliments to white, and I think for black the thing to do is to recognize that black has already gained a lot of side territory, and try to do the same thing that white did, give up some middle stones. That would have been the way to go. In the game, black gave up a little too much, and here black wanted to destroy the middle. So this move is in the same error as the previous moves. The important thing is to save the stones. Play this move. Play this move in Sente. Play big territory moves. The important thing is to play the territory moves, not destroy unvaluable middle of the board territory. Plus, black just died in the middle anyway and gave white all that territory anyways. Okay, another fight erupts here, and definitely capture the two stones would be fine for white. White wanted more, white wanted to replicate the situation before, but here black has a good opportunity to play this kind of a thing, and this is black ahead by one liberty. Right here, ahead by one liberty. White may be able to play this one, which is quite nice. So white may also be able to survive. Well, at least black can survive like this. Atari, 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 and play here. Okay. So in the game, black just connects. This gives white a chance to play these. Also, white still needs one more liberty, so it makes sense that white plays here. White is alive locally, and white does live locally. The left-hand side looks like it's gonna be a ko. Yeah, so needless to say, very exciting game. Let's see if black is able to find something on the left. It looks promising, but yeah. It looked very, very promising, but black messes up a little bit in the end. Wow, this is a very, very exciting last fight. The key move for black is to headbutt, and when white goes for the cuts, now is the time to strike and play the big-headed ghost. And in fact, this is white already dead in Gote. And so maybe turn here and try to do something there. So here, black has defied all odds and actually did this. So good job by black. Maybe for white, it's better not to take away all the liberties, but hard for white to play here anyway. Maybe play here, and then this is going to be a ko, so I complicated fight. It's very important for black to make a big-headed ghost shape. Like this, white has many more liberties. Also, white only has 4, so black has done it still. So congratulations to black. Good job. This was very, very close, and this fighting was very nice on both sides. So yeah, very, very good game here. Yeah, right now white's move is to play here and then save, half of the white stones. White still has an advantage because of all the captured stones from earlier. Interesting. Very interestingly played. Let's see how bad this extend was. Only -2. Interesting. So I take it back. This extend not as bad as I expected. Okay. A very, very good game played by white. However, at the end here, it was interesting. So look at this variation. White gives up the left-hand side to capture the middle group in an exchange. That would still be white capturing and winning. Very nice. Very well done by both players. These games today have been very exciting. Okay. Next we have M. Redman and Ali Steiger, two 5Qs. Let's see. Looks like a relatively peaceful game. Peaceful games are good. Let's see. Okay, 2-3-3 openings. Perfect. Just the way I like. When white plays this Atari, it's very important to play the next extend. The next extend is very important because if you don't play this, black will play this Hane, and if you block, this cut will force white to connect on the inside, and this kind of connect is exactly what white doesn't want. So that Hane is gonna run into this kind of thing. I mean, black can get this in Sente, it will be good. Okay, yeah, this is what I see a lot. Okay, good, and then jump, good. Remember the missing moves there on the top. This is reasonable. Black is very, very solid here. Very high quality opening. This knight's move, this jump, all very, very picturesque. If black followed this up with a Hane, it would be perfect. Shoulder hit and jump, I would like, because white is very strong on the right? I would like to see this happen, and then if you're worried about the bottom, play a move like a knight's move. So this sort of connects the bottom shape to the top shape and does something that helps both sides. Okay, so this jump makes the black shape a little bit redundant. White is not going to play here, white is going to play somewhere else. And white plays here, so black gets away with a good exchange. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Right now it's a perfect time to play this cut. After white captures here, then when you cut, white is gonna capture here. So once you cut, you force white to play this, you get the rest of the moves. In fact, here you may even consider playing out this variation and then sacrifice 2 more stones in order to get the most complete wall I have ever seen. So black cuts the inside. That's okay too. This is still Sente, and okay, that's totally fine too. Okay, in the game black plays here, he wants this to be Sente, but remember white already played the jump, so white is gonna definitely counterattack against the 1 stone, and this is exactly what white does. Very good job by white, but however, both sides have played remarkably, reasonably, and well in this game so far. Key move is to Atari and in a cut manner right now. This is the one remaining weakness for white. And yes, exactly, this is exactly what black played. The next cut may be a little too strong. This cut already damages white significantly, and this way maybe we can win on the territory. In the game black played the middle cut and then extend out. This is foregoing a sure profit for something that's uncertain, but still this is very, very reasonable. However, the next part is not. Here it's very important for black to turn to the right and attack white on the bottom. Once black gets enough strength over here, black can consider cutting in the middle and things like that. If you really wanted to cut in the middle, consider something like this. Black doesn't want to give up the 3 stones. In the game, this is giving up the 3 stones in the middle. This is allowing white to connect 2 very, very weak groups, and that's going to be very bad for black overall. Okay, this one, another thing to consider is to just use this move, this wedging move as a Sente, and then try to hold on in this position. So here for white, definitely right now it's very important to play the Sente connect move instead of the Gote connect move. Right. Exactly. Okay. Black is trying to find something on the top, but the most important thing that black can find is to save the three stones. This would do major damage to white. As you can see here, something like this, and Atari, and white is totally dead on the bottom. That's like 30 points right there. In the game, black goes after some smaller territories here. If white plays here, it's very difficult to answer because if white gets this position, this attach is very difficult to answer. This is a double Atari, and this Atari, if you play here, white plays this, double Atari is coming, and then white hanes, black is dead on the inside. So this is very not likely to work well. And in the game, this happens. I guess black does gain a little bit of territory, but for sure this extend in. Remember this shape? We talked about this in the previous commentaries. Something like this is going to be very good for white. Even if nothing, even if this white is not able to win this local capturing race, white can gain so much on the other side. Too many weaknesses here. Black needs to connect this one. Yeah, come on, just Atari that. Oh. The move is to Atari extend and then play this or just play this if you want. The key is to not push. After we pushed, we all we can do is Atari. All we can do is Atari play here, gets a bunch of liberties. Black will have enough liberties at the end of this. Although black will have to play here, white can get a lot of sente moves and damage the right hand side. Still, okay. Still, having captured the middle three stones, white cannot complain. Okay, this is how to do it. This R2 move is how to do this shape. But right now, I would jump here. This is big. The corner is still very big. Even if you play just the following this move and let black, maybe here, and then just get black to capture inside, wrap around on the outside. I would not connect this one. In the game, the surrounding move is here. The key to surrounding territory is to go from a position of strength on the sides and corners, after which you can make a lot of territory as a result. So by going here, black allowed white to cut. Definitely block. Black allowed white to cut the two black sides, and this is going to be a lot of territory destroyed. Play this one when black wants to play here. This is white will destroy more territory overall with tighter play. Okay. Ooh, this is very big. Although, nice. White found it. This is good. Although white needs to play this Atari now, play this move now, play the and then play this Hane, and well. Play the throw in Atari and then play the Hane. Now we see this cannot be a connect, and this would be a double Atari. So this is the problem. But if white plays this Hane now, black is gonna either connect, and then when white Atari is here, black is just gonna give up the one stone. And so white has committed to some losses here, and this is how. This is okay. So black just needs to connect and Atari this, and then go on to the rest of the end game, and it'll be fine. Okay. Still, this overall in the game, it's still a good game for white. Imagine what happens here. Okay, white by 8.8. Good. Yeah, so and losing the two stones and then also losing more on the top, this just makes it much worse for black. Okay, So in this game, Black had a very reasonable fight in the beginning of the game. Right over here, Black actually had a big advantage, except Black really needed to save the middle three stones. Those were the key stones in this game. And when Black played this honey to give up those stones, it was White then had an opportunity, and even though White didn't play perfectly, um, even though White didn't play perfectly, White was played well enough to win the game. Note how the AI just wants White to just capture three stones, no questions asked, no no RG remaining. So yeah, Black definitely needs to run the three stones out, and it's not only saving your stones, it's also capturing whatever surrounds your three stones. So this game was decided by the fighting in the middle with the three stones. Very, very high quality game, by the way. Could work a little bit on the reading on the top, but overall the fighting was very generally spot on. Okay, at the end here, Bob Crates, we have our last game of the day. B Potvin B Crates. Let's see. Very conservative two space extension. Another conservative two space extension. Black wants nothing to do with White, just wants to be left alone to develop on the board. I always like my opponents this way. See here, it's another example. A lot of two space extensions. However, now Black does invade, which is quite good. Highly recommended. However, after Black, Black quickly gives up on the invading stones. Definitely try to survive somehow here. Make an attachment, and then make a turn, and then make yourself a little base, and an igloo kind of a shape. That would be totally fine. Definitely don't give up so easily on your invested stones. So here it's still totally fine. This is actually an overplay by White. Keep blocking. This way, although we lose three stones, we still are able to keep attacking the corner White position. When White plays here, the move is to play the Atari, and then block. And this is a good capture. This is a good capture, and this way Black is still relatively okay in the game. In the actual game, Black plays here to end the variation in Gote. As you guys can see, this is a far cry from that other shape where Black, where Black is now has that one stone captured, right? This is White having no territory on top. Black has two stones captured, and in the game, White has 25 points of territory on top, and White still has Sente at the end. Okay, so Black still is able to find a big Moyo on the bottom to contest the game with, and that's okay. That's good. Here, yes, finds a very good push. Here the water move is to play the jump, and then just move on to the bottom, trying to survive here. This is very dangerous for both sides. A better move would be to attach here. Another move is to play this move and then play the Atari. This is a very nice snapback shape, and so this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 basically forces this kind of a capture, and that's gonna be very good for White. Black may be able to fight back like this, but let's just say now the two stones is no longer that painful, the loss. Plus, White can fight, try to find a ko. So that's the strongest play by White. In the game, this shape is a little bit unsatisfactory. do make sure to peep this and then jump and then try to seal black in. So in the game, Bob does a very good job of making eyes. White didn't peep, so black made the attachments a peep, and then now black is able to survive. Very good job, very good fighting here. And here, this is a classic. White has a good position, gained a lot earlier, and black survives, barely survives, and white would still have a good position. Just plays anything that's a big move. But white had to go for the capture, right? He had to go for the capture. And here, black. Either way, black would have a very nice counter attack, and it's no longer a question of, can white capture black? It's how much damage can white do on the reverse against white? So this is a classic. Not only did black survive, black also used the survived group as bait, using yourself as the bait. That is perfect, and that is very gutsy, and that works very, very well. Okay, so in the game, white tries to kill. This is why it's very dangerous to go after the kill, to go for the kill, because well done by black sidestepping some blob and problems. Here, just note the shape is here, as this would protect against all your problems. The game move is very close to the white thickness in the middle, and you can imagine something like this happen if white cuts. Ataris, we're losing some more. And of course, if you block, wouldn't you like your stone at P12 instead of O12? Right? We're at least we're losing that one stone. So here's a good pointer. Another move, this bamboo joint is very, very nice. This is along the same lines. Okay, good. Alternatively, if you want to play this move before we protect the cut, that would be a gain in the exchange. The best, most aggressive move is like this. Play this, then we play this move, forces white to go back in Gote. That is very nice. Noticeably, we get Sente and all the territory. Okay, so in the game this does happen. We save the 6 stones. Okay, and white captures 2 stones. No big issue for black. What black was more worried about was something like this. Now it's a little bit unclear with this. White has lots of liberties, black has lots of liberties. Probably okay for white still, but that's what we're worried about. This is not what we're worried about. White is totally alive on the middle, totally alive on the corner. Capturing the 2 stones is only 7 points, maybe 8 points. So 8 points, and 8 points is not big. Black can take the time to confirm the capture on the left. If you want to do something efficient, play this move on the left. Most efficient of all, probably to Hane and connect in the corner. This is probably the best of all. Okay. Here, because totally fine. When white plays this Atari, Bob, if you want to be a one-down player, this is a golden opportunity to Tanuki. Again, white is totally thick all over. If you Tanuki'd, you have a good chance of getting to one down, Bob. No, you didn't Tanuki. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. Here we have slight ajis here, so this move might be safer to play this move. And again, this kind of sacrificing of 1 stone in order to play on the bottom is very, very strong. Okay, so in the game we have the this. Okay, and white actually cannot do any major damage to black, so black is totally fine. Yeah, yeah. But however, here there is only one move, which is M4. Good job, Bob. I like the way Bob plays a lot. In the beginning, we saw. Okay, so this game is with the middle being captured. Nothing more is gonna eventful is gonna happen in this game, and congratulations to Bob. Very good.
Review started.
Shit. Very good victory. Crap. Crap. I did this as a review. Okay, 35 points at the end. Note how, yes, good. So note how earlier on Bob struggled in the early fighting a lot, but right here was totally, white made an over aggressive move, and black had a good opportunity. Bob didn't find it, but later on in the game, Bob displayed some very good judgment and fighting abilities. Used your own group as bait. In fact, here, if I was playing, I would be like, I have to counterattack now. I can't let white, get that, and then I would play this. White would get a peep. I may live, I may die, but still, it's probably a good game for white right now. But Bob, he does, he calmly makes an eye, and this brings out the over aggressive attempt at capture. Used yourself as bait. Opponent is a human being, so if you try to fish with him with like a little worm or a cracker or a cracker or something, he's never gonna take the bait. So to lure the human into attacking you full-heartedly, you have to be the bait yourself. Only you are juicy enough for the opponent. And so Bob did this, maybe unwittingly, maybe he meant to do this, but this worked out perfectly. He did, and when it was Bob's turn to do the same kind of thing to white, Bob didn't do it. He held himself back. He did the more important things, which is strengthen his own shapes and attack the more likely to be captured group. Here gives up the stones. Very nice. Well done by Bob. But just one last thing. If you want to be a one-down Bob, when an opportunity like this happens, when the opponent Atari 4 stones for only 5 points, make sure you tanuki this you did such a good job earlier with giving up those 2 stones. See, this is a minus 21 point move by black. Yeah. Great stuff. Okay, good job, guys. I had a lot of fun watching all these games. All these games were very nice. North American Online League. If you guys are not in this, join this. We did a 2-hour session today. So at 9 o'clock coming up, we have Yilun Yang at the main room and Alexander Chi at this room coming up after me with Dan level games. So very exciting stuff coming up next. Stay tuned and watch them. This is Ichan Mike signing out. You guys can find a record of the review on my YouTube channel. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah. Leave a like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can make money on YouTube ads. If you guys are watching on YouTube, leave a comment and a like. See you guys next time. Very interesting games today.